Hello, welcome. It is the 21st day of November 2016. Welcome to the Silver Charts channel, but this will be that of a gold chart. So it's money in a currency, which will be that of euros. And we're going to take a look at this on different time frames. This one being 26 days per period, or 2,600 days spanning the entire frame of almost 10 years. And within this, the trend, relatively easy to notice in the first well over half of it, in an upwards move with the down move and a little bit of a low rate upward trend sense, or sideways for the last 5-6 years, just like shown on the Canadian chart, and really gold in most currencies other than the ones like the United States dollar, as well as the ones that have went parabolic, that like Venezuela, and I guess now even in India, as apparently the free market has gold going for about 3,000 US per ounce. I'm not too sure exactly how it's working, but there is, of course, the currency just falling through there, and it's going to fall in every area, which is why I think gold long term in the physical bullion form is a good play. But what do we see here as far as its analysis? Well, there's the established resistance from, of course, this down move. Back to the band. And the clear break occurred 4 or 5 periods ago. So technically, if you were playing the game of wanting to go long on the break, you'd currently be long right now in what would be a losing position, but would you be out yet? Still riding above this 18 average and still making these higher lows along the way. As the target level, of course, is towards this upper period. But when we thin this out a little bit, we're going to see that it's really a choppy chart, to say the least. And the highs and lows used within this are the maximum and minimum they possibly could be based on the data sets that I have. So the high of 13.99 on that date, maybe it was a little lower, but it probably shouldn't have been higher. Let's look at it from now, just this high. And then we're going to make it a shorter chart each time, going to the 6 and then the 2-day chart after that. So in here we can see that the move I was talking about was hitting the key Fibonacci point from this high and this low. And the move right now has been supporting it within the session. Now, how long can it do it for? Well, it's been doing it for a while, and it can do it for longer, but you can have long support tests. Overall, this was one heck of a nasty support test, we'll state. And the whole period in here, as has the last 5-6 years for the markets in general, but still doing such, and you'd be looking for a break above here to make a play into this point, but there's really nothing here to state a good advantage to either go long or short, simply by looking at this as it stands now. And that's for the quick move, either having a decent move up here or a decent move down below here, because again, if you're playing to buy the physical gold for the eventual situation of a currency decrisis, we'll state it as, then buying here or buying down here isn't really going to make much of a difference in the long run. Now let's switch this time frame up from the lows, which is in 2013 within the euro, and we'll use the 6-day chart to show this. And again, very choppy movement. The 18 average here rising, obviously, but it's been going sideways lately. And it still hasn't broken below it yet. As the only times it's declined it within this period, you can see here it declined it, but didn't really do too much either. So you could have the situations where it breaks below and doesn't do much regardless of the fact. But we're going to finish this off by looking at a 2-day chart, because it really shows the interesting pattern of these key levels, because we have 1126 and 1171. So this area here, which was supported, resisted. And as far as these lines are concerned, I'm pretty sure that, I'll say on this day, the top might have been here or here. Again, I'm using the maximum highs and lows possible, which is why there's a lot of these large lines on each of these periods. But regardless of the fact, you can see it trading within this neutral Fibonacci point, which is not on the upper part, not in the lower part. So bullish, bearish, you can't really make a case, making it difficult to try to get access to where the gains are going to move, because in here you have this uptrend and it just goes sideways, and obviously has not went up much since, other than of course on the election highs, which would have been well over 1200 most likely at some point. So yeah, it's a difficult one to say the least, as far as trying to find any setups just by using analysis within charts. But this is what I show for the euro in gold. Take care.